So my homegirl asked me the other day about something her pastor had said and how I felt about it, right? And she said her pastor said that the Lord desires perfection, and he wants perfection, wants us to be perfect and stuff like that. And she disagreed, and she said her reason for disagreeing, it was basically because it was her understanding of God's grace and his mercy for us, right? And she used it as a reason we shouldn't strive to be perfect, but the best of ourselves we can be, the best you could be, right? And that's what she thought. And she even told me that she used to pray, she was praying it at night, saying, Lord, I don't want to be perfect, but I want to be a better me. And I had to explain to her that no, the Lord desires perfection. The Lord wants us to be perfect, right? And that's why he sent his son down. And when you start to believe that you can be a better self, I was like, when you came to Christ, your old self died, right? Your old self died. You even if you was a better you wouldn't be able to make it to heaven. Even if you was the best you, well, I can't say the best you, because the best you would be you in Christ. But even if you was the best you still couldn't make it in heaven. It's only by the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, by the blood of the Lamb, that we can get into heaven. And I was explaining to her, like, hey, you've been doing this stuff. You've been doing this stuff. She prayed this prayer, basically, all right, saying that the Lord make her best self. And I was like, that's just not gonna work. When you came to Christ, you became a new creation. You didn't just become a better you. You became a new creation. The old you is dead. You were paid, you were bought with a cost, right? And so I think also with this, she been doing stuff by her own strength and been causing her to do stuff by her own strength and not his. She hasn't been relying on the Lord to do stuff by his strength, but by hers. And I know that's been making it hard for her to do certain stuff, because she's been thinking it, with that mindset of thinking, you have to, that requires you to think that you can do stuff to the stuff you do is gonna clean you up or better you. It's not God doing the cleaning, but it would be you doing the cleaning in that case. And I had to tell her, like, no, you gotta let the Lord clean you up, right? You take these steps of obedience and you do what he say, and the Lord cleans you up. The Lord changes your desire. The Lord starts to carve you into who he planned you to be, right? And when you do stuff by your own strength, it's not necessary that you ain't doing, you fleeing from sin, or you're not doing this because of that, but you're relying on your own strength, and eventually that runs out. The flesh is weak, all right? That runs out. You start doing stuff by your own strength. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say.